Volkswagen is celebrating the Golf GTI's 50th birthday with the new 50 edition Golf GTI. But the downfall? We don't get it in the States. So let me take you through it and show you what we're missing out on. Starting with the exterior, the Volkswagen logo is illuminated with fine line contours. On either side of the logo, there is a horizontal LED strip, but most importantly is that red line characteristic for the GTI, a feature that dates back to the first GTI back in 1976. A few other things that come only on the Edition 50 is an all-black roof, black skull caps, and the black rear diffuser. Additionally, it has the Akrapovic titanium exhaust system, which looks incredible. This special edition comes in only 5 colors. The one you see here is moss green, which also looks stunning in the light, pure white, moonstone gray, granada black metallic, and classic tornado red. It also has this color gradient side stripe from black to the same tornado red. What I find that stands out the most would be the 19-inch Queenstown alloy wheels that have a red glazed finish. It also has weighted center caps so the GTI logo stays legible when driving. I mean, that's just incredible. The GTI 50 logo is placed on the roof spoiler here on the sides and the inner sides of the exterior mirrors over here. As for suspension, a McPherson front axle and a 4-link rear axle form the basic layout of this chassis. Overall, the Edition 50 is 15 millimeters lower than the basic configuration, but the tuning is not overly hard, so driving is still pretty comfortable. It is equipped with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder similar to the Club Sport 5. However, they have managed to increase the output to a total of 320 horsepower. It also has an electronically controlled front differential lock, which improves traction and handling in fast corners. To open up the rear hatch, you flip up the logo here, and it's going to jump to about 20 cubic feet of cargo room behind the center seats, but you can drop either just the center down, or it is 60-40 split, so you can do either side, or you can drop down the entire second row, jumping up to 34 cubic feet. Stepping inside the Golf GTI Edition 50. My goodness, is it beautiful in here. I mean, this isn't a whole lot different from the 8th generation GTIs anyways, but it does have this really cool plaid design with suede inserts at the top, GTI imprinted at the top here, severely bolstered seats, which feels really, really good. And not to mention the classic red seatbelts, which just make it pop. Has kind of a flat bottom steering wheel here with the GTI 50 emblem right here in the steering wheel. It also has red pedals. You heard me, red accelerator and brake pedals, which just looks so cool. Overall, really nice interior. It's got a Harman Kardon sound system, a 12-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, dual climate zones, heated seats. However, there's no buttons for like any climate controls, and you know that's not my favorite thing. But you do have this slide here, which is kind of across the board with most of Volkswagen's models. Overall, it's very comfortable in here. The steering wheel feels really, really nice. Got these bump outs right here for your fingers so you can actually have good grip. Quite a few steering wheel buttons for everything you need, including your heated steering wheel functionality, which is right here. I do really like the layout in here. You know, it's all kind of broken up nicely. I think the screen is integrated pretty nicely. And I do like this polished aluminum here, but we do have quite a bit of piano black in the center console here. I think this is probably going to get scratched up pretty easily as time moves on, but it does have a wireless phone charger underneath this little flap here, a couple USB-C ports. This is how you're going to put it into drive with this little flap here, down for drive, up for reverse, push to park. Pretty self-explanatory as that goes, but this this piano black is going to get super scratched up, which is kind of a bummer. It's got a couple cup holders here. One of my things is you can adjust the size if you've got a big mug versus a tiny can. That is always one of my favorites. Center console is tiny. It's a tiny center console, but at least you have one. You know, overall, it's very comfortable in here. Now, jumping into the back, I have left the seat where I would drive it, 5'7" for reference, and I've got a decent amount of room here. If this seat was pushed back anymore, my knees would be jammed into the back. I wouldn't have a whole lot of room, but nonetheless, I do have some room if you're not insanely tall driving. In the back, we have not only temperature controls, but it has heated seats for the outboard seats as well. That same plaid design continues in the back with the same suede inserts, which feels incredible. The seats are bolstered in the back, so you're gonna actually stay where you're supposed to be, and you even have the fancy red seatbelts back here too. Not too bad. Checking out the center console. Pretty good squish, couple cup holders, and we do have some USB-C ports at the bottom. Overall, very comfortable back here. Cannot complain too much. So there you have it, another forbidden fruit car that we will unfortunately miss out on the States. Let me know if you guys think that Volkswagen should try to bring this over to the States, or maybe you'll just come over to Europe and grab it. Check out alltfl.com for even more videos. This is Jen in Germany. We'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Moab, Utah, and welcome to the next episode of No Pain, No Gain. Even though it looks posh, like it would already crashed.
Very British.
Sounds like tea time. Okay, slow. Woo.
I think shock absorbers are overrated, Andre.
Yeah, I know. Who needs them?
Who needs them? Who needs control?
Now, I've never done it before, and it looks pretty terrifying from where I'm standing. There's a lot of risk of rollover here.